What if I told you I have just 5 days to make a game in Unity? This is going to be a 2-part series. In this video, you get to see the struggles and the behind the scenes of game development. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe and hit that like button. Put a lot of work into this while working a full-time job, and honestly, I'm just happy that you're here. Anyway, on with the video. I made a new Unity project, gave it an appropriate name. Now of course, before I started, I gave myself some rules. I can import assets from the asset store, I can use some of my old code from other projects, but I can only use AI for figuring something out. I can't just tell AI to make me a game. It's too easy. With these in place, I started making a terrain, and forgot I had nothing to place it in, so I imported a few assets, some trees, grass, and a few textures. Now, I never worked with 3D terrain before, so I had to watch a video on it. Once I did, I went to a place called Polyhaven, and downloaded some 3D textures. I could not make them myself, it would have taken me like 3 years. After that, I imported my character controller from my other project that I'm working on. Took some time to get it working because it was still broken, but I ended up repairing it. After I began to finish the outer border of the play area, I started messing with the lights in Unity, and then I experienced a very interesting bug. I tried to look it up and even asking ChatGPT. Any light I would make would only shine half of what it was supposed to do. The other half was dark, almost like something was blocking it. I'm sure it's fine. This won't be a problem later in the week. I began to ignore all my worldly problems and just go to Blender. See, I needed to model the player cabin. This took a while, but I got something working and looking a little decent. After I was done in Blender, I then exported it to Unity to see how it looked, and I think I did a pretty good job to say so myself. Then I went back to Polyhaven and downloaded some textures to add to the house. It took a good while to model everything fully, but after I was done I decided the world was looking a little bare. So I decided to add some trees. Trees that don't look right. After a while of messing with trees, I realized I didn't get the right package, so I got one that worked with the Universal Render pipeline. After that, I had some nice looking trees and grass. Coming back to the cabin, I experienced the same bug as before. The lights were getting split, and I had no idea how to fix it. No matter what I did, it would not be fixed. The lights just looked off, and they did not work right. I felt like there was no solution. The lights were just broken, and I had no idea how to fix them. I loaded into a brand new scene, got the terrain spawned in, moved the sun, and I spawned in a spotlight. It worked? Why? I asked myself. Why? Then I realized there was a texture for some reason. I don't know why I was making the lights do that in Unity, just does that sometimes, I guess. I really don't know. I learned a lot today, and I believe it'll help me be a better game developer in the future. If you like what you see in this little project here, trust me, the game gets like 10 times better. So if you like what you see, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the release. At the time of seeing this video, the game should either already be out or be released in a week. Day 2 started off good. I made a lamp to be placed around the paths around the map so the player can see a little better. I also modeled a bed that will serve a greater purpose for later, along with making a window and a small kitchen area to sprucing up the cabin a little bit. Of course, this is not the final design, but the second day was to add more than just cupboards and windows. I really wanted to work on a 3D character. Of course, I wanted this game to be a horror game, so I started making a scary monster that will hunt you around the map. Of course, he looks like dog shit, but he's my dog shit. I'm proud of my boy. I used Mixamo to rig up the cursed demon, because I have no idea what I'm doing. I tried a lot of things, but the one that stood out the most was the crawling animation. I had an idea that the more you run away from this guy, he will stand up and start running at you, not just crawling on the ground. I don't know, for my first little guy, I think it's pretty good. Considering this is my first game, it should be fine. Now, of course, I end up having to watch a tutorial, thank you, this guy, to somehow get it to work through Mixamo to Unity. Wasn't that complicated, got it done pretty quick. Then I gave him a very, very simple DavMesh AI just to follow the player's position and avoid walls to see how it would work, and I think it's working pretty good. Now, sadly, that is, in fact, all I have for today's video. Currently, the reason why my voice sounds like it's is because I've been up for about 40 hours. I've been unable to sleep for no idea why. I just can't sleep. So I decided to edit the video. Now, there is going to be another part that shows the other 3 days, and the game will be complete by then. Fingers crossed, but still have a heart attack or something because I feel like absolute dog shit. Making this game in a week has virtually made me sleep deprived. Well, thank you all for watching today's video, and I guess I'll see you in 2 days, hopefully with a full game. Well, not a full game, a playable game, let's put it that way.